What's up, guys? In today's video, I want to talk about one of my favorite DeFi products in crypto. It is Stryk. Now, this used to be called Dopex. I made a couple of videos on this in the past, but Stryk is basically a rebrand of Dopex. The reason why I really like this protocol is because I'm basically a perma-bull on the market, and this allows me to take some idle assets that I have and put them to work. I like Stryk because they have one of my favorite meme coins. It's Boop the dog. I love this dog. If you don't know who Boop is, this is Boop. We're booping after you. But I like Boop. Boop is it's a fun dog. And Boop actually sent us some boops so we can go ahead and demo with this on Stryk. But we'll show you guys how to do all that and more. But if you guys are new to Drake on Digital, I talk all things crypto, DeFi, NFTs, you name it. If this is your cup of tea, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and tell me where you guys are watching this from. Let's go and get into this. Okay, so first things first, what is Stryk? Well, it's a options protocol. And there are a couple of different strategies that you guys can do in order to maximize the yields on this. But if you're simply looking to buy calls or puts on different tokens, this is your way to do it. The difference between a option and a levered or like 100x, 200x levered position is that you can't get liquidated. But your positions do expire, and they will expire worthless, but you can basically get exposure to the market for a fraction of the cost. So just to give a brief intro on how options work is if I'm bullish on the market and I don't want to put up a bunch of upfront capital, I would buy a call option. So currently the price, we'll use ETH for example, because it's a little bit easier to see on the pricing. But if I'm bullish on ETH and I think ETH is going to be trading at $3,200 from now, instead of going out there and buying one whole ETH, I can choose to buy an option at the fraction of a cost. So the way I would buy this call option is I would currently buy an option that is priced close to what the market is now. The reason why I'm buying around this level is because I'm betting that ETH is going to be about $3,200 from now. So what I would do is I would select the option that I would like to buy, which is $3,074 on ETH. I think it's going to go to $3,200 within 24 hours. So I would buy one ETH. I wrote in 10. So if I buy one ETH, this is only going to cost me $32. So my downside is $32. And my upside, well, it's theoretically infinite. But it's not likely that ETH is going to go to like $10,000 overnight. But basically all I need this position to do is to go up $32. So around 3,100 and something, I'm going to be break even. Anything else is gravy. So if it does go to 3,200 within 24 hours, which is likely possible for ETH, because you could see here, it already did that. I'll basically just earn $100 off of a $30 investment. So that's a 300% return. That is the power of a option. Now, the opposite is true. If I wanted to short the market, I can basically buy a put. And a put allows me or gives me the ability to sell ETH at a particular price. And what I would do is I would buy a put at 3,074. Basically, if ETH goes to 2,900, I bought a put that allows me to sell the ETH at $3,074. And that's what the premium is for. So that's a quick overview of the calls and puts. I want to show you guys my favorite part of Stryk. This is where the liquidity provision comes into play. So let's go and go over to the dashboard and we'll select Boop. I am a perma-bull on Boop. I think it's going to be one of the stronger meme coins this bull run. I mean, bro, don't overthink it. It's Boop the dog. But anyways, going back to Stryk, you can see here, if I wanted to get exposure to the markets and just simply provide liquidity for Boop, I can do that. How I would do this is I would select Boop and ETH pair, and I would go to liquidity provision. Under liquidity provision, I'm already providing liquidity on Uniswap. Why not maximize the yields? If you take a look at the yields on Stryk, if I'm providing liquidity around this range, of course, yes, there is such thing as impermanent loss. I can earn 331% APR on my Boop liquidity. This is on top of the swap fees. So I'll still be earning swap fees as well as earning some of the options premium paid in order for someone to get into that position. As you saw previously in the video, people were paying for calls and puts. A portion of that money goes to the guy who's providing liquidity for that. So that would be me. So to show you how to provide liquidity with this, I'm going to go ahead and select the manual ranges. You can see here, these are the different rounds. I got some boop, so I'm going to go ahead and basically provide a covered call, or at least give liquidity in this LP position. And I'm going to select manual up here. I'm going to select the different strikes. You can see here, 18.521 million. This is the market cap on boop. This is the one that I want to provide liquidity to, which is this one over here. You can also simply select it here as well, but that's entirely up to you. But I'm going to go ahead and enter into some boop in this. So let's say I want to provide liquidity of 5,000 boop. So I'm going to deposit this boop right here. And obviously I need to approve this transaction. Once I provide liquidity into this, I'm going to be earning the options premium as well as the yield earned from the trading fees. So as the boop token goes up and down, I'm earning trading fees, and I'm also going to be earning the options premium if people do decide to exercise their option within that range. Like you can see here on this position that I bought, I paid a half a boop premium for a 10 boop option. So it's basically about 5% of the option that I'm getting. And that goes to the person that provided liquidity. So now that I just provided liquidity, you guys can see here under my positions, and I go under the LP, I have 5,000 boop and 0 ETH in liquidity. So I am currently going to be earning swap fees if it does hit that range on Uniswap. And if someone decides to pick this up as a call option and it says 100% utilization, I'm going to be earning that premium. So it's basically a juiced yield that's not paid in some random governance token. This is paid in real yield. So this is someone on the other side who's willing to buy that call or that put option in order to position themselves in the market however they want. So I'm happy to provide liquidity because I'm already doing that on Uniswap. So why not put that to work and earn a even higher yield by allowing people to have call and put options on my position? And the same goes for other positions as well. So if you wanted to provide liquidity for ARB, Wrap Bitcoin, Wrapped ETH, that's up to you. You can also do this on Stryk. Now, if you are buying these call and put options, you can choose the expiry on it. Obviously, the quicker the expiry time, the lower the premium, but also keep in mind they expire worthless. So now going back to the call and put side, now the position that I have here, this expires in 24 hours. So if I decide to let this expire worthless, then my loss is half a boop. Now, if boop ends up going to $1 from here, well, I can sell my 10 boops and I just have $10. And my cost, my initial investment was 0.0, like fractions of a penny, bro. So, I mean, the returns on that are like theoretically infinite. Now, is boop going to go to $1 overnight? Well, I'm just kidding. It's highly unlikely, but I'm bullish on boop long term. We'll see how it rolls. Now, when you're farming this Stryk token, you can also choose to lock this token and earn some of the yields. That's the XSYK. And your earnings are going to be paid in XSYK as well as in the SYK token. You're also going to be earning some of the protocol yields. Now, Stryk is over on Arbitrum and Mantle. If you don't have funds on either of those, that's okay. You can actually use one of my favorite bridges. This is Rocket Exchange. You can use this to bridge stablecoins from Solana. You can bridge from BNB, Polygon, Base, Cosmos, Optimism. You can basically bridge from any chain that you can think of, and you can bridge some USDC over, you can bridge some ETH over. There are several different tokens that you guys can bridge over. It's best to bridge over either ETH or some stable coins because those will have the most liquidity on Arbitrum. So the best, what I recommend, is using USDC from Solana. You can do it from Base. You can do it from Optimism and then bridge that over to Arbitrum. So basically, once you got your tokens bridged over from either Solana, Base, any of the other chains onto Arbitrum, then you can go ahead and purchase what you want on the Arbitrum chain, and you can play around with the Stryk protocol. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and the quick tutorial over on Stryk. And as always, let's go ahead and hit you guys with a wisdom one-liner. Proverbs chapter 19, verses 11. A person's wisdom yields patience. It is the one's glory to overlook an offense. Guys, we're human. We make mistakes, and you should be willing to look over for some of them. Guys, we're human. We all make mistakes, and the biggest mistake you can make is not forgiving others for that. Peace out, guys.